Hello and welcome to The Wandering Wind, and today I would like to share something with you that I love today. Today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 picks for the best animated series of the 21st century, in my opinion. Now, this is by no means an exhaustive list. I could probably have gone forever because of the amount of good animation that there is, but this is just my personal top 5. Um, this is in no particular order except for the last 3. The first 2 could have been picked either way. But anyway, let's get started with number 5. And that's Invader Zim. Now, Invader Zim was a really quirky, really interesting series back in the early 2000s. I think it started in like 2005 or so. I don't exactly remember. About this Urkin invader named Zim who had a robot dog or whatever the hell it was called Gur, and he would basically he's a failed invader. He tries to integrate into society and then invade Earth. It continually fails. He ends up making sort of friends with the locals, Dib and a few others. But the show was actually created by, oh good lord, who was it? Invader Zim creator. Invader Zim, Jimmy Vasquez. Who animated Invader Zim? Jonan Vasquez. Oh yeah, Jonan Vasquez. Okay. So, he, this was a great animated series back in the day. It only ran for like a couple of seasons, I think. It was really good, I thought. I really loved the quirky, not quite realistic and yet not quite crappy animation that it had. It was pretty good. Anyway, let's continue. Number 4. Kids Next Door. Codenamed Kids Next Door ran for several seasons, and it covered all kinds of different topics. It even had a few cameos of some interesting non-universe characters like Ash Ketchum and Yugi Muto. It also had thematic elements from series like The Matrix and Star Wars and other things. It was quirky. Basically, it was a show about kids who were part of this secret organization designated and designed to overthrow the tyranny of the adults around them. And there's actually quite a few theories that explains this whole thing, because really, you can't have a worldwide organization and yet not have any of the adults know about it. And yet, you've got none of the adults really knowing about it except for the ones that are constantly fighting against them. But anyway, the story mainly follows the exploits of numbers 1 through 5. Nigel Uno, Cookie Sanban, Wallaby Beetles, Abigail Lincoln, and Hoagie P. Gilligan. Yeah, that's the one. And they're all basically numbered after their names. Uno for 1. Sanban, San is 3, you know. You get the gist. But it was a really good show back in the day. I actually hear that there's a possibility of there becoming a new series. It's being pitched as the Galactic Kids Next Door. No idea how well that'll go, but that'll be awesome if it ends up happening. Next we have Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, before you burn me, the next 2 are just as good, in my opinion, and are even better than this, just because personally, to my heart, they're a bit more influential in my life. But Avatar was like the best Western animation that was faux Eastern animation, in my opinion. Well, it's not really Western either. I think it's a Chinese or Korean animation company that made this. But anyway, so Avatar: The Last Airbender follows follows the life of Aang, an airbender. Okay, first I should explain what benders are. Okay, there are four elements of nature, based on the four classical elements of the classical era back in the early centuries: earth, water, fire, and air. Now, each of these four elements can be controlled by individuals called benders. The avatar is the one that can master all four, whereas normally vendors can only master one because they're only tied to one. Anyway, this story basically follows the adventures of a young man named Aang, who was frozen in ice for 100 years, and basically while he was frozen, the world ended. One of the rival nations, the Fire Nation, actually took over and staged a coup. They wiped out the air people. The Earth Kingdom is under oppression. The Fire Nation is thriving. As far as the Water Tribes, there's only the northern and southern ones left. So it's a very interesting show. It spans 3 seasons, 3 different books. Water, Earth, and Fire. They never get to air because Aang's already mastered air, so I guess they thought that doing 4 books with 4 elements would be kind of a roundabout way of doing things. So, yeah. And then, of course, we've got the follow-up series, The Legend of Korra, which follows the next avatar after Aang, because after Aang dies, then Korra, the next avatar, is born. So, there's that. Anyway, this was an awesome animated series. The thematic elements, just the emotional energy that can be portrayed on the screen, and just the detail of the scenes and the fighting sequence, it was all done really well. And I believe it was mainly hand-drawn or just minorly computer generated. I can't be sure. Don't quote me on that, but it was really good. Number two will be a big surprise for some of you, not so much for others. Samurai Jack. One of the best series out there. It got cut way short, but we're expecting a reboot. Season 5 is coming out. Seasons 1 through 4 were the original the original listings, and then now we're in 2017. We're getting season 5 in just a couple of weeks, and it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be great. The original series was mainly bit by bit. It had an overarching story of Jack, the samurai, pitted against Aku, which is, he's basically supposed to be the ultimate evil, the source of all darkness, yada yada yada. Anyway, in the beginning, Jack originally confronts Aku with the sacred sword that is the only weapon that can kill him. When Aku is about to be defeated, he opens the portal through time, throws Jack into the future, and basically proceeds to screw up the present so that once Jack arrives in the future, Aku has already won, but he's not yet undefeated. So Jack makes it his purpose to find a way back to his past and then find a way to defeat Aku for good. We end up getting to the end of season 4 and never get that conclusion. But season 5 offers a possibility of that conclusion. I say a possibility because you never know. You never know with this kind of stuff. But yeah. And then of course, if you all know me at all, you will have been expecting the number 1 pick to be My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. Now, what can I say about this series? You have 6 friends who are bound by bonds of friendship stronger than anything. They don't originally have that friendship. It grows over the seasons, over the episodes. It's not like they're instant friends. I mean, kind of in the first couple of episodes, but not really. It's more like they find the bonds, but the bonds are still weak. They can be broken, but then they find ways to strengthen it. We're going on season 7 in the next few months, and just the whole series of Friendship is Magic was a complete departure from the established My Little Pony kind of presentation or formula, if you will. Most of the times with the earlier generations, because this is Generation 4, the earlier generations were basically just, oh, well, tee hee, ha ha, hoo, you know, I mean, just girly stuff. But this is bringing in thematic elements of courage and friendship and being truthful, being honest to each other, and being kind enough to let others have their way before you have yours. It's learning more about yourself and learning about how you fit in. The thematic elements that make up this whole series are really good, and they even have a lot of good boss battles. Well, climactic battles anyway. Season 4, season 4 especially. Oh God, season 4. We also have the spin-off movies, the Equestria Girls movies, which we have 4 now, and I don't know if we're going to plan on having a 5th, but we're planning on having an actual MLP movie coming out this year, 2017, so look for that. Or is it 2018? I think it's 2017, but anyway, that will be awesome. Just, Pony is, I mean, if I can boil it down to one thing, MLP is the essence of how we should learn about friendship, in my opinion. Too many people are like, well, friends are just people that you can benefit from. No, friends are people that you genuinely care about. This shows that. If you haven't watched it, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Okay, I'll tell you what. If you've never watched the series and you are like, oh, well, I don't think I'll ever like the series. If you've never seen it, try watching the first season. The full first season. And I tell you what, if you don't like it, I will recompense you in any way that you deem fit. But try the first season. And then come back to me and tell me what you think. Because unless you watch the first full season and see the first bit of what the whole of MLP can offer, I mean, granted, the first season pales in comparison to the later seasons, but season 1 is where it all began. And it's just awesome. And yes, some of the episodes are worse than others, and some of the episodes are better than others, but, you know, that's with any show. I did have a couple of runners-up, Fairly Odd Parents, and then Naruto, but I was considering Naruto not to be an animated series, but rather an anime. That will be a separate list, because I was trying to mainly focus on non-anime titles. And before you start getting bent out of shape because, oh, well, Samurai Jack and Avatar, well, those aren't really anime series per se. They're just anime-esque, you know, anime-esque. They have the aesthetics of anime without having the production companies of an anime. So, and you can argue that there are other Western animation shows that have an anime-esque quality to them, like, say, the old Teen Titans show, not Teen Titans Go, but the original series. I have no idea what they were thinking with the new one, or the new Powerpuff Girls for that matter. Good God. But no, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys agree, or even if you guys just learned something new about animation, feel free to leave me a comment down in the comments section letting me know what your favorite top 5 animated series from the West are. From the West, yeah. I keep forgetting this side is left, this side is right. But let me know what you guys think are your top 5 animated Western TV shows, or what are your favorite top five animated movies or whatnot. Let me know down in the comments section. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. And make sure to check out the links in the comments, in the description, because I always have a link to something or other that you can use to support me by doing something. I have my Amazon affiliate link down there, and you can always use that to buy whatever you were going to buy off of Amazon, but using that link, I get a commission from it. So if you plan on making a big purchase like a Nintendo Switch or a PS4 or an Xbox One or whatever, maybe consider using that link down below so that I get 6% of whatever you pay for that. And then that will help me make even better content for you. Thank you again for all your help, all your viewership and everything else. And as always, I love you guys very much. If you guys enjoy my videos any, please let me know. And as always, I will be watching for your comments, questions, and concerns. Until the next video, I love you guys very much.